Triple H just ran completely out of patience, and the punishment he finally drops on Gunther does not just discipline the ring general. It potentially unlocks the most dangerous version of Nick Aldis that WWE has ever seen. But here is what nobody is asking: why did Triple H wait this long? Gunther attacked Aldis twice in 2 weeks, and the first time got a slap on the wrist. What changed? Stay until the very end, because the answer reveals that Triple H was not being slow. He was setting a trap. This is Tidal Wave, the channel that finds the story underneath the punishment. Here is everything at full speed. Nick Aldis returned as SmackDown General Manager on July 10, first night back from administrative leave, fresh tie, full authority restored, and announced Gunther would team with Sami Zayn against CM Punk and Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event at Madison Square Garden on July 18. Gunther accused him of correcting a previous mistake. Aldis fired back with the line that detonated everything: "The only mistake I need to fix is Gunther being an asshole since arriving on SmackDown." 6 words. Instant violence. Clothesline. Multiple sleeper holds. Officials swarming the ramp, completely useless, by the way, which at this point feels less like a booking choice and more like a SmackDown hiring problem. Big boot. Aldis unconscious. Cody Rhodes sprinting down off air to run Gunther off and challenge him one-on-one. Gunther walking away without saying a single word. And Triple H waking up the next morning with documented footage of his SmackDown general manager being choked out twice in 2 weeks and a premium live event card to protect in Minneapolis. Now here is the detail that demands a real answer. Gunther turned down Cody Rhodes' one-on-one challenge. The man obsessed with a championship shot just declined a fight with the #1 contender. That is not retreat. That is calculation. Gunther already knows what Triple H is about to announce, and he is positioning himself before the ruling lands. If this breakdown is hitting right, smash the like button and subscribe to Tidal Wave right now, because Triple H's punishment is not what anyone expects, and it changes the entire SummerSlam landscape. Here is the reveal that reframes everything. Right after the Night of Champions backstage brawl, Big E appeared on the post-show and stated that Aldis has never left the gym and is an amazing in-ring worker. Triple H does not put talent on post-shows to fill dead air that was a creative plant. And WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful confirmed WWE is actively discussing putting Nick Aldis back in a wrestling ring. Aldis is a former 2-time NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. His second reign lasted 1,043 days. He is 39 years old, same age as Gunther, and never once stopped training. So Triple H's punishment is not just a fine or a suspension. All signs point to it being a match. Gunther vs. Aldis at SummerSlam 2026. And that match, booked as a direct consequence of the July 10 attack, is the most personal non-title grudge match on the entire Minneapolis card. Now here is where the internet wrestling community has this completely wrong. Everyone online says Triple H suspends Gunther and pulls him from Saturday night's main event at Message. That theory is dead wrong. Keeping Gunther off one of the most iconic arenas in wrestling history is not a punishment, it is a waste of premium platform. The Triple H play is a conduct clause at Message: compete clean or lose your SummerSlam spot, and when Gunther inevitably pushes against that clause during the tag match, Aldis uses that violation to book himself into the match in Minneapolis. A GM has that power. A GM who was choked unconscious 4 times on live television has every right and every reason to use it. And here is the open loop that nobody is closing. Adam Pearce posted an Instagram story after the attack saying revenge is a dish best served cold. That was directed at Aldis, not Gunther. So whose side is the Raw general manager actually on when Triple H makes his ruling? Gunther's psychology is the key to everything. At Night of Champions he looked Aldis dead in the eye and said, "You're jealous. You'd love to be in my position." That is not trash talk. That is a manifesto. A man who retired Goldberg, John Cena, and AJ Styles in a single year and still cannot win the undisputed WWE Championship stops asking permission from a system he believes is rigged against him. Attacking Aldis was not a breakdown. It was a declaration. And Triple H, the most patient long-game booker in WWE history, just converted the declaration into a SummerSlam main event card entry. 3 predictions for SummerSlam 2026 in Minneapolis. Number 1. Triple H issues a last-chance conduct ruling on Raw. 1 violation at Message means permanent removal from the SummerSlam title picture. Gunther competes with a leash around his neck at Madison Square Garden while the pressure builds toward Minneapolis. Number 2. Triple H officially books Gunther vs. Nick Aldis at SummerSlam as direct consequence of the attack. Aldis's WWE in-ring debut with a Gunther loss sending him permanently to the back of the championship line. Number 3. The Swing. Triple H awards Gunther a SummerSlam title shot against CM Punk conditional on surviving message without incident. Aldis books himself into a qualifier match against Gunther, and the winner takes the championship opportunity, turning a GM attack into the most personal title qualifier in SummerSlam history. One of these three things will happen. The only question is which one. Triple H does not deliver small rulings when the moment demands a bombshell, and Gunther just handed him the biggest storyline gift on Smackdown all year. The ring general choked the wrong man unconscious, and that man never left the gym. Drop your answer in the comments. Does Triple H's punishment make Gunther more dangerous heading into SummerSlam, or does it finally expose his ceiling? Next video we break down why the forced CM Punk and Cody Rhodes tag team at message might already be falling apart before the first bell even rings. Tidal wave out.